Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Titbits with Delhi Cricket. So, Shaz, a disappointing night, but Punjab got off to a flyer, and even our star bowler Hazelwood could not stop them, and in fact, it was the most expensive spell of the season. So, talk about that
Mhm.
Punjab innings, Shaz.
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen, Bairstow was in the fourth gear right from the first ball. He was making sure that he showed intent. This was the kind of knock that everyone expected him to play. Uh, for Punjab, and I think yesterday was the day where he felt that he could take on the bowlers, and that is what he did. Especially Hazelwood has been one of the reliable bowlers throughout the season. But then taking him heads on and scoring 22 runs of his first over would have definitely dented Hazelwood's confidence because he was just picking back off length balls and hitting them across the boundary. Like it was just dismissive, is what I would say. What Bairstow was doing. So in that way, like Hazelwood wouldn't have conceded 22 runs in a spell in certain matches, but yesterday he had conceded that much in an over. So yeah, that is the impact that Bairstow had. Uh, I think he sort of set the platform for Punjab to get a total of more than 200 plus, and that is what they did. Courtesy also a mature knock from Liam Livingstone as well, because we have seen that he's someone who's goes after the bowling attack right from the word go. But then yesterday he seemed to be a little measured, took his time against the spinners, and then you know uh, went after the bowling attack. I think it was a perfect T20 knock where he managed to score a strike rate of close to 170 in the end. So I think that was again both the Englishmen had a field time yesterday, and they made sure that Punjab crossed the line.
At a point, it looked like they would go past 250, 260, but luckily they controlled it. And yeah, well done by Hasaranga. He got his purple cap as well by getting those two wickets. So I'm not talking about RCB Shash.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to talk about the RCB inning. They just kept losing wicket and could not get a good partnership at all. So now Monday's match is between DC and Punjab. Now, unless it rains, one of them will definitely knock RCB off the top four. So, what do you think lies ahead for RCB? Can they still make it to the playoff?
Yeah, they definitely can make it to the playoffs, but the issue is they have to rely on other teams' performances as well. Now, that is a position that they've been getting themselves quite a lot, even in other seasons. Considering that they had won 5 games quite early in the season, we would have expected them to, make it to the playoffs easily or at least get in the top two. But things have not sort of worked out that way. They've been lacking consistency sometimes with the bat, and yesterday we saw the bowlers concede a lot of runs. So there is, some misbalance is what I would like to say in the team. Uh, we have all talked about it a lot. Kohli has just been very disappointing. He's finding different ways to get out. Is what even Faf mentioned. Like he's going through such a phase that even he was frustrated yesterday because he got caught down the leg side. It seemed like he was getting on with the game, but then it was unfortunate. Now, when chasing a total as big as that, it is imperative that you get to a very quick opening start, which did not happen for RCB. And they were reduced to 40 for 3. And I think from there, for any team, unless someone plays a like flawless or like let's say a miraculous knock, it would have been very tough to get to 200 plus. And we fell short by a big margin in the end. So again, that is hurting our net run rate as well. So, I mean, it's a very tricky situation. They have no other option but to win the next game against Gujarat, who are one of the top teams in the season. So, I mean, it is tough road ahead for RCB, but they only have to believe that they can do it. And I feel like, I mean, I don't understand what is Siraj doing in the team, honestly, because he has to do one of the two things, either control runs or pick up wickets. He's doing neither. So, I mean, I feel it's high time that the management sort of looks at someone else because they just, like keeping him for, I don't know for what in the team because he's just not performed this season. It's very surprising.
Maybe because they paid him a lot. So
Doesn't matter.
yeah, like you told yesterday, it does not matter if it is not performing, it should
Yeah.
be removed. Yeah. So yeah, like you mentioned, we expected someone from like either Dinesh Karthik or Shabazz to play a knock and get them through the line, but of course that's not happening with the top guns not performing. So, but that's what Bairstow and Livingstone did it for Punjab, and Bairstow got the man of the match rightfully for that. And with that, we come to our contest, and around six people have got it right. So I don't know why people
Mm-hmm.
did not predict for Bairstow much. There was some for Livingstone as well. Okay,
Okay, maybe because he got 70, I guess.
yeah, little more, but
Oh, it's a man from the West Indies,
oh,
Mr. Dreyeras.
and
He's
a
the
new
guy.
winner as well.
Yeah, I think, is he winning for the first time this season?
Yeah, I think first time.
Oh, okay. The man from the Caribbean will be happy that he's got lucky tonight.
Yeah, and hope he wins tonight as well. So let's move on to
Yeah,
today's lone match. Shash, it's Saturday, but we have a
correct.
single match. So
Yeah.
now both the teams are stuck on 10 points. And
Mhm.
so, what do you think SRH should do to maximize their chances, Shash? Do you think they should promote Tripathi to the opening slot something?
I have been very vocal about this because of the type of player he is. You need that push right at the start because that is what the power play is there for. It can go either way, like going attacking, you can lose a few wickets, but then that intent needs to be shown right from the beginning if you want to win the game. And this is a must-win game for both the teams. So they need to be showing that desperation, in the ground, on the field, basically. So I would definitely suggest a few batting change or like changes. Obviously, one Rohit Tripathi to go opening along with Abhishek Sharma, and both of them having the license to go after the bowling attack. And then probably Williamson should anchor the innings with where you have stroke players like Markram and Nicholas Puran to take on the bowling. I think that should be the game plan. I feel Sunrisers have been flawed with the game plan right from the beginning. It's not like they don't have the players. It's just that I feel they're playing batting the wrong people in the wrong position because you need to understand what each one's strengths and weaknesses and what is good for the team. So, I mean, I hope they consider that. Uh, it might yield results, because they have to think about how they're going to win the game. Because their last match against RCB, they lost by a big margin. That will definitely have a dent in the confidence. Now, how they come back and recover from that is something that is to be seen.
Yeah, makes sense because in the power play you need to strike, and Kane Williamson is just not
Yeah,
striking it, so it
correct.
makes sense that he comes as an anchor later. So yeah, you mentioned that they have a flawed plan with the batting, but I think there's something with the bowling as well. So SRH is like heavily dependent on pace bowling. In fact, even in the last game, they had only one full-time spinner who bowled 4 overs,
Mm,
and it was on the
mm.
same pitch where the opposition spinner Hasaranga got a five. So do you think they're getting this 4+1 formula wrong?
Uh, yeah, I mean, see, they've experimented with a few players, I would say. Shreyas Gopal got just one game. I don't know like why they took him back again. Then they went back to Suchit again. So I think they are definitely facing a problem with Rashid not being in the squad because he's played for them for quite a few years, and they are facing that issue right now. So who is going to, because you need someone in the middle overs to pick up wickets that is going to halt the progress of the opposition team, and they're not able to find that one. They have a plethora of fast bowlers, but then in terms of variation, Natarajan not being available is also a big blow for them. I think he's still injured, right? I don't think he's available for selection. So yeah, I think you can see that unfortunately Bhuvi has just not looked the part. Maybe because of the injuries or lack of match practice, whatever it is, because he's someone who's very skillful, uh, which we have seen over the years doing it for the SRH or even the Indian team. So there, and yeah, Umran Malik has also like tend to fizzle in and fizzle out. Like he's not exactly been. I mean, he's a young guy, so he's been a little bit expensive in a few games as well. So as you said, they do have problems with the bowling as well.
All right. So that brings me to the final question, Josh. Who do you think will win tonight? Is it the Kolkata or Hyderabad will win?
It's a tough question, man. I mean, just based on the current form, I would say maybe KKR have a slight edge,
Mhm.
considering that they won their last game and they would have some confidence riding on that fact. And probably they might get over the line, is what I would say. So. Yeah, I mean, even they have their own issues. I feel like I think Cummins has got injured,
Yeah,
uh, so that's a big blow for KKR because he can also be useful with the bat as well. And yeah, I mean, he's a three-dimensional cricketer, a brilliant athlete, and one of the best fast bowlers in the world as well. So, who's going to replace Cummins will be the question, and how will that affect the team composition? So that has got to be seen.
all right. 3D reminds me, Raidu just announced his retirement from IPL some time back and he deleted the tweet. So this will leave it for the next CSK game and we'll move on to the man of the match contest. So the winners have already been declared somewhere in the middle of the video. Do watch it. And to all the remaining viewers and even the one who won, do remember we have a contest tonight. All you have to do is predict the man of the match and your time till the first ball of second inning is scored. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow and have a good day of cricket. Cheers.